Hey guys, so I'm in my closet. I just started to try to film this video and was gonna put it in the vlog, but I decided not to, just to make this separate so I could get it up and post it for you guys. This is just gonna be a quick update for you guys, because I had wrote a community post on YouTube about to pray for my love of my life, my best friend, and if you guys don't know who that is, then it's my husband. Today has been a very difficult day. To let you guys know, my husband is doing good. I just want to say that first off. He is doing good. I'm not going to keep anybody under suspense like our doctor kind of did at first today. For at least what felt like minutes, even though it wasn't. It just felt like, like I needed to know, that everything was okay. But, so this morning started out like a normal day. I started, today was Thursday, so like I do some cleaning in my house, so I was doing all that. I took Cole's changing table off his crib. I was so excited to do that, because it could open up a lot of room in his room, so I thought he could have some more space for toys and stuff, and I love it so much better now, and I'll have to show you guys that and maybe in the vlog or something. But I actually just put Cole to bed, and he's like still really hyper. My aunt come over and kept him, but back to this morning. I had talked to my husband. Let me just give you guys a rundown. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know how to explain. I'm just like kind of my brain's kind of frazzled, and I'm just kind of like tired. So, a lot of stress and anxiety today. So I just want to, God, this video is sucking already. Here's a rundown of last night. Last night, my mom and dad actually watched Cole about 6 o'clock last night. So me and my husband were just cleaning up the house, and I had decided that I wanted to go ahead and take a bath before Cole come back up, because then at 7 we like to give him a bath at 7. So I thought if I can get my bath in before he gets home, just relax, because I just wanted to just unwind and relax yesterday before Cole come back up to the house. So I decided to take a bath. So as I was taking a bath, my husband was kind of, he was complaining of some chest pain. So, I don't really think anything of it, because we had had dinner, and my husband has heartburn sometimes after we eat certain food, like after he eats certain foods, and I thought from what we had ate, maybe that he was having like indigestion, and that's what he thought he was having, was indigestion. So he come in the bedroom and laid on the bed, and he kept saying, I'm having some pain in here, some chest pain, and then at that point, I really just kind of stopped, and like, something was telling me that something was wrong, because when he said that, it just kind of alarmed me, because he normally isn't a type of person to complain of chest pain. Chest pain is I feel like a very obvious, very serious symptom of something's wrong. So, he just kind of kept saying, well, maybe if I just lay here for like a little bit, I'll be okay and stuff. And I just kept checking on him, because at that point I was already worried. And then like not long after, he said that he was feeling better, and it went away. So I was like, okay, maybe he really was experiencing some bad indigestion, but somewhere in my mind and in my gut was telling me, just from that, something was telling me, like I had this feeling, like this instinct feeling. Guys, if you ever get that feeling, if anyone's ever experienced it, please follow it, because it's normally 100% right, like mine was. So, fast forward to this morning, I was cleaning like I normally do. My husband had called me. Someone might be here at my house right now. My husband had called me, and he was taking an antibiotic for an ear infection. So he said, can you look on the medicine to see if I'm supposed to take it with food? So I did, and I said, yes, it says take it with food. I think my mom's here, you guys, because she had a long journey today too with her mom, but I hear somebody out there, so I might have to be back in a minute. Yes, my mom's here. You guys, I am back now after about 40 minutes later, after my mom just left because I hadn't seen her all day and she wanted to come and make sure I was okay. She even offered to spend the night with me, which was really nice, but I really just felt like I don't need anybody to stay with me. I'm okay. I've actually been through this before, so to be 100% honest, I'm the only one that sleeps in the bed. I sleep by myself for the most part because my husband likes sleeping on the couch. That's just what he likes to do, and I've actually been enjoying sleeping in the bed by myself. Can anybody relate to that? But I just feel like I have all this room and all this space to stretch out, and I just feel comfortable, if that makes sense. But anyways, back to where I was. So I was cleaning. I get a phone call, and it says an Oakland, Maryland number because that's where my husband works. So I just assumed he was calling me off of his store phone number because he does that a lot. And I answered it, and it was a woman's voice, which my first thought when I heard this woman on the phone, I thought something's not right because I was expecting to hear my husband and it wasn't. And she asked if I was his wife, and she started telling me that he was having some chest pain, come into the emergency room, and he was having a heart attack. So I started freaking out. At this point, I was in full-blown anxiety, and I was shaking, uncontrollably shaking, crying, scared. I didn't know what was going on, and once again, I'm not there. I feel helpless. I don't know what it is, but in situations, even though I'm not a doctor and I know that I physically can't do anything, I just feel like I need to be there. And yes, I know because like I'm his wife. It just, that's who I am, like as a person. If it would be any one of my families, I just feel like I need to go. And especially my immediate family that I am like, you know, my immediate family. Like, I need to go. I need to be there for them. Like, I need to go. Like, I couldn't sleep at night. I can't, you know, I wouldn't be able to function if I don't know what, I gotta be there. I gotta be there to see them. I gotta be there to see them, give them a hug, tell them I love them. That's just who I am. But I've been through this before, and I felt the same exact way this time as I did last time, and I just knew that I had to get there. So, I called. I couldn't get a hold of my mom and him at the time, which was also another, just when you're in that kind of a state, plus my toddler was at my feet, which was even more like horrific because I don't like my toddler to see me like that. I don't want him to see me crying. My dog come in here, lay in the closet with me while I get in the shower. I'm actually getting in the shower. I'm just tired. This is just a raw footage video, but so I finally got a hold of my dad, which was working not that far from here. He decided to come home, and he was going to take me out to Morgantown where they flew Scott, which is where he went the last time when he broke his pelvis. He went to Ruby Memorial in Morgantown. So my dad come home from work. We got everything squared away. Got my aunt to come over to stay with Cole here at the house, and they had a great time. Cole loved it. My aunt said that he was cracking her up the whole day, and Cole was like perfectly fine being here with her, and Cole's not shy at all. He's a very friendly people person, so he didn't even mind when his mom, you know, whenever I left, because I didn't really know how he would be because he hadn't really stayed with my aunt a whole bunch or at all ever really, but he did really good. So I was super happy about that. But so we go to Morgantown, we get there, and at this point I had contacted my husband's other two kids. They were coming out. My husband's son was actually already there, which I felt really good about because he was keeping me, like, you know, informed of what was going on. He said the doctor was about to come out and talk to him and stuff. We get to the hospital. Me and my dad get lost, of course, because that hospital's just, I don't know, it's weird. We got lost. But we finally found the right place, and I, at this point, was so nervous, you guys. Like, my stomach was in knots. I just didn't know what was going on, and my husband's son informed us that my husband was in surgery. which even sent my anxiety way over the roof, because here my husband had went into surgery. And oh, backtracking, I actually had called back. I called my husband's phone. This was before we left today, to see if he would actually pick up his phone, because they told me he was alert and stable in the emergency room, but he was throwing up because he was sick from the morphine they gave him. So I called his phone, and the woman at the emergency room in Oakland, Maryland answered it, and she said, well, let me take, I was like, I just need to know if he's okay. I was like, see if I can talk to him on the phone for just a second. So she took the phone back and asked him, hey, your wife's on the phone, she just wants to talk to you for a second. So he talked to me. I just felt good for like a minute, you know, like I heard his voice, and I immediately told him that I loved him and that I would see him soon. And he said the same thing back to me, and I felt good. At least I, you know, got to say that to him. Even though we have exchanged I love yous, I think, this morning on the phone, but still I had to say that just in case before I was able to get to him. But anyways, back to Morgantown. We are sitting in this little tiny room waiting for the doctor to come and talk to us. Finally, like, he was in surgery for like 2 hours or something. I was freaking out, you guys. Like, I just didn't know what was going on. Hadn't heard from nobody. The doctor comes in. So, you know, me, I'm waiting for the doctor just to like come in and just say, well, your husband's doing good, everything's fine. Well, he doesn't say that. He comes in, and I know this is their procedure and how they do things, and that's, you know, I understand. I was just having, you know, I just wanted to hear that. That's all. Like, I wanted to hear, like, he's okay. That's what I wanted to hear. So he comes in, and he says, he just starts explaining what they had to do. And I'm like, you know, I'm listening because I want to know what they had to do, but at the same time, I'm just waiting. Why does he seem like he's, like, not saying about how his status is? Like, because that's what it kind of seemed like. He was just avoiding saying it. And I was just thinking, oh my God, is he going to tell me something happened to him? Is he going to tell me that he's no longer here? What is he going to tell me? Like, guys, my mind was kind of like just in that route. So even though in my gut feeling, I knew my husband was okay, I felt like it wasn't his time. I just had that feeling. And I was right about it last time too, which I'm thankful for. And I was, you know, praying all day and praying to God just to, like, get me through, you guys. I was, like, begging God. Like, I'm like, no, this cannot be happening. I cannot lose my husband right now. Like, I can't live without him. I can't do this alone. I can't, you know, I was just, like, a mess. So anyways, the doctor finally says, but your husband is doing okay. And I was like, thank God. Like, that's all I wanted to hear this doctor say. And I felt like instant relief after that. So we had to wait a little while. We went to the cafeteria, got something to eat. Then it was time we could go back and finally see him. My husband was in such good spirits. He was up. He was doing really good. He got 2 stents put into his heart. He had a heart attack. They don't really know. I'll know more tomorrow about, like, if it was like a major, minor heart attack. They didn't have that kind of information just yet because they want to do more tests. But my long story is my husband had a heart attack, and his arteries were clogged pretty bad. And there was also some speculation that from his pelvis surgery, that a clot had maybe traveled up to his heart. That was what someone said in the operating room, but they don't really know 100% if that's what happened. So I don't really know about that, but I'm going to get in the shower now because I've left my shower running because our water was off today, and I was trying to get the air out of the pipes. But I'm gonna get in the shower now and try to wind down to go to bed. Hopefully I can go to bed. But thank you guys for listening to this long rant story that was all over the place that made no sense. But I just wanted to let you guys know that's where I'm at right now. I don't know when I'll be back. My husband's supposed to get out either tomorrow or the next day, as long as everything's going well. And then we have some precautions that we have to take with, he got a stent up through his arm. So he's got to be careful with his arm. We need to get a scale so he can weigh himself so he's not retaining fluid, because that's dangerous apparently. So, like, there's a lot of stuff, like, we have to just, you know, watch out for. And my husband needs to start doing some exercising. We need to start walking, that kind of stuff, and just being more aware of, like, stress levels. They were just trying to talk to him about all the basic stuff that we already know, you know, but like, are you really going to make the lifestyle change or are you not? That's what it comes down to. It's not freaking easy, you guys. It's not easy to eat healthy. I'm sorry, but like, I know that it's a mind over matter thing. You have to choose to eat healthy. You have to make it a lifestyle. You have to do that. It's not freaking easy though, and hard, and my husband isn't going to do that. I know him too well. He's not going to just go vegan and just be healthy. He's not going to do that. So I'm going to have to work hard at trying to make small changes maybe to help him, like at least exercise more, because he hasn't really been exercising a lot since he's had his pelvis broken. So there's changes that we need to make that I think could improve his health. They had to up his medicine as well, like cholesterol medicine and stuff. They had to up that. So that's where we're at. But I will keep you guys updated in the vlog, and as soon as I can, probably on Instagram, so go over there and follow me, and I'll let you guys know what's going on and that kind of stuff. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.